this brief demonstration, we will show you how a Massachusetts prescriber can quickly create a user account in MassPAT, the proprietary system called PMP AWARxE. Anyone with prescriptive authority can create an account. This includes medical interns and medical residents with such authority. A separate MassPAT tutorial covers creation of delegate accounts. To start the account registration process, go to the MassPAT login page and select the Create an Account link below the Login button. Before you do this, we suggest that you review the frequently asked questions about registration. Click the Need Help link to view the frequently asked questions page. Here on the Create an Account page, start by entering your professional email address, which will function as the username for your account login. Setting up the registration based on your professional email address is important for ensuring that you as an end user will receive any system-generated notifications, including patient alerts. In addition, if you subsequently add delegates to your account, for instance, a physician's office assistant might establish a delegate account to generate patient prescription summary reports for the doctor. Those delegate accounts need to be associated with you, the primary account holder, through your username, which is your professional email address. Note that management of delegate accounts is covered in a separate MassPAT tutorial. Next, enter a password for your account. As you start entering your password, a pop-up will open listing the requirements for creating an acceptably strong account password. Enter your password again in the password confirmation field, where a green check symbol will appear when confirmed. Now select the Save and Continue button to proceed. Here on the Select Your User Roles page, select the Healthcare Professional category link from the short list displayed, which will open an expanded list of specific user roles for you to select from. From this expanded list, it's important that you select the most appropriate role for establishing the needed access rights for your account. For this demo, we will select Physician. Next, select the Save and Continue button to go to the next step in the process. This registration process page presents a form for capturing your personal information. Note that red asterisks next to the input fields indicate that almost all these form fields require input. In the first field, enter your DEA number. Importantly, this must be both valid and active. If you have multiple DEA numbers, use the green Add button to open more fields for inputting the other numbers to the form. Next, enter your professional license number. This too must be both valid and active. Some types of license numbers begin with alphabetic characters. For example, physician assistant license numbers begin with PA, and nurse practitioner license numbers begin with RN. Please enter those characters with the license number. Physician license numbers do not have alphabetic characters, as shown in this example. Also select the license type from the drop-down menu. Now enter your Controlled Substance ID, that is, your Massachusetts Controlled Substance Registration, or MCSR number. If you are not sure of your MCSR number, please contact the Massachusetts DPH at 617-973-0949. You may also want to visit the Mass PMP webpage. On the right-hand side of the form, input your name to the respective fields. Importantly, enter your name exactly as it appears on your professional license. Also, be sure not to include any title or affiliation text in the name fields, only your name. Then input your date of birth in the required format. For instance, you must enter the / between the month, day, and year. Now for the healthcare specialty field, use the keyword search feature or the drop-down menu behind the Browse All link to select your primary specialty and as many other specialty areas that apply to you, and then complete the section of the form by entering your primary contact phone number. Before moving on, review all the personal information you entered to ensure that all required fields have been completed correctly and that you have addressed any field validation issues. That essentially completes the input for your account request, which you can now submit by selecting the Submit Your Registration button at the bottom of the form. When you do that, you will be prompted to read and agree to an end-user license agreement in a pop-up window. Next, the system runs validation checks on your submitted information and then points you to one of the following: your user dashboard with the ability to conduct patient searches if your registration request has been accepted, a registration landing page with the message, "Your account is pending approval," if the system has identified questionable input to your registration form, such as an incorrect first name or last name, in which case you will be contacted by the MassPAT system administrator. When your registration is accepted, this is the dashboard you will see. This concludes this demonstration. You should now be able to create your Prescriber user account in MassPAT. Should you need assistance in using the system, call the AWARxE Help Desk phone number that appears at the top right of every page of the system.